Wouldn't mind chatting with Fisk, see what he knows about all this. But I kinda have a feeling he's not the most approachable guy in the world. And none of it matters if I can't get inside. Wait, I think I've got it. With that fundraiser's level of security, I can't use my press pass to bluff my way in. Unless I'm really supposed to be there. But a photographer needs a reporter, and I bet I know one who's already planning to go. Oh, Whitney! Thanks again for using me on this.
Hey, I get it. College is expensive. You want to make easy money taking boring pictures of wrinkly rich people? Go nuts! But you should probably stay away from me.
Let me guess, you've got some pointed questions about the task force?
Among other things. I give it 10 minutes before I get kicked out.
Hey, Harry!
Pete! Oh man, I know we haven't seen each other much since we were kids, but this doesn't seem like your kind of scene.
Society pages. I'm a part-time photographer for the Bugle. Smile. Great, got it. Thanks. Fisk is putting a pretty big target on his back. Why do you think he does it?
He grew up in Hell's Kitchen. Lots of crime, gangs. I think this is his way of taking control. Standing up to the guys who bullied him when he was a kid. But knowing Fisk, he's also got a plan in place to profit from it.
Whitney Chang says the cops on the task force are crooked too.
I just supply the tech. Fisk handpicked the men. But the police chief cleared them all.
The chief's desperate to stop the crime wave. He's not gonna argue with the guy who's helping him do that.
Well, one thing's for sure. The task force is getting results. And no one likes to mess with success.
Hey, I gotta ask. Why Fisk? I hear some pretty shady rumors about him.
He's the only one rich enough who is willing to work with me. I've got a lot on my plate. I can't waste time worrying about people attacking Oscorp. And our public image could use a boost. I'll tell you this, though. The rumors are true. Fisk is definitely into some illegal stuff. But good luck proving it.
Drinks, gentlemen? Take.
Whoops. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. I gotta go anyways. I've got, important things to do.
Me too. Something fishy about that guy. Better follow him. Time to get into my work clothes. No doorbell. Guess I better get creative.
Please, what do you want?
From you, nothing. We just need your waiter uniform so we can serve Fisk a special recipe.
What are you gonna do with us?
Depends how much you bother me. You are just a little man. I will crush you.
Booyah! Thank you. I was so scared.
Thanks for liberating me,
Smashing. Thank you indeed.
I can check that one off my list. Open sesame! Okay, that didn't work. On to plan B. Who can resist that?
You won't get me so easily, Spider!
Think of it as a stick. No one gets left out when I use the seismic blast. Send me the dry cleaning bill.
Come, Spider-Man. Good day. You die.
You're starting to get predictable. This is why they call me amazing.
Come on, show me what you got.
What is that?
Hey, ball, that you?
Don't feel bad. You're not. All right, you're not good. Spidey doesn't play favorites. Neither does the seismic blast. Well, I saved Fisk from the Russians. Now to find out if I have to save anyone else from him. These people are movers and shakers. I can learn a lot just by listening in.
Of course, Fisk is corrupt, but he's a businessman first and foremost. And at the end of the day, he does more good for this city than bad.
It's my lucky day.
The police must really be desperate if they're working with Fisk and Oscorp, given their reputations.
I think they'd team up with Count Dracula if he could stop the gang war. If the crime rate doesn't go down soon, heads are gonna roll.
Just what I wanted.
Isn't it kind of ironic for Wilson
There's a big difference between white-collar crime and people shooting each other in the streets. If Fisk can end the gang wars, what do I care if he cheats on his taxes?
All I know is Spider-Man saved my brother's life. He didn't ask for money or anything. He's okay in my book.
Yeah? What's his training? What if he hurt someone while he's saving them? Who pays their medical bills? That Daily Bugle guy is right. He's a menace.
Hey, with all these crooks turning the streets into a war zone, I'll take all the help we can get.
The task force is all the help we need. Now that Fisk is properly funding it, the police can handle this.
What's your problem with Spider-Man?
My problem is no one should have that kind of power without having to answer to the public. It's like that old saying, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
It's not really absolute power. He's not ruling us. I see it more like great power.
I am so
what's to
glad
say
Wilson
he's
is
not
finally
using
doing
that great power
something about the
responsibly?
crime in this city.
Don't you think there's at least a chance of that?
So, this is gonna sound like a bad pickup line, but you seem really familiar. We met?
Judging from your bargain basement suit, I doubt we move in the same circles.
Oh, I get it. One with a silver spoon in your mouth, huh?
Hardly. For me, silver's an acquired taste.
Well, I'm here for the Daily Bugle, so, you know anything interesting about Fisk?
I know he hangs out with rich older men, and you're scaring him off, so I'll have to say goodbye. Look me up when you move out of your mom's basement.
I don't live with my mom. I live with my aunt. Well, nice meeting you. My name's Peter. As if you care.
I'm Felicia.
But what? Well, he knows how to make an entrance. By blotting out the sun. Time to talk to the big man himself.
The problem is the gangs have all this money. The police have to deal with budget costs.
That's why this fundraiser's so important. We need the task force to make it a fair fight.
Have you seen a task?
Hey, back off!
Should I tell Whitney Chang he has no comment on the Russian mobsters tied up downstairs?
It's all right. I like this young man's boldness. He mustn't reveal that to anyone. It would play into the criminals' hands. They want to make people afraid to support my anti-crime efforts.
But if no one knows what they did, they'll get away with it. And try again.
Oh, I assure you, they will not get away with it.
Meaning what, exactly?
Well, the task force will get them, of course. We've been gathering intelligence on this organization for some time.
But no one's been able to stop them yet. Not the police, not Spider-Man.
Don't say that name to me! Spider-Man. He fancies himself a hero. But he's let crime run rampant. The police are bound by the laws of probable cause. Spider-Man is not. If he hasn't stopped this scum by now, he's either incompetent or he simply doesn't care.
What's your beef with Spider-Man? Seems like you're after the same thing.
If Spider-Man is going to operate outside the law, one would think he can accomplish things more expediently. But he contents himself with apprehending purse snatchers. He's a dilettante, a thrill seeker, worse than useless. Still, he does seem popular with children. In fact, I recently secured his likeness rights.
You what? How about this Carnage killer? Is the task force chasing him?
We are interested in catching anyone who commits a crime. But it's a lot harder to find one man than an entire gang of them.
And I bet the fact he's killing guys you don't like doesn't exactly bother you.
I do not condone murder, of course. But am I shedding tears for his victims? No, I am not.
Gathering intelligence, huh? Find out anything interesting?
The Russians are clever. They operate in cells, each knowing very little about the others. When one group is taken down, it rarely leads to further arrests.
But someone's got to be calling the shots.
Well, they do have a central base of operations, but very few know where it is. Finding it will be another matter entirely. It's this very ward that will be the end of the gangs. The more they escalate, the harder it becomes for them to hide.
Wait, are you saying the Russians are still smuggling guns into the city?
Don't put words in my mouth, young man. I'm just a backer. I leave the crime fighting to trained professionals. Now, excuse me. I have funds to raise.
Yeah, I've got, important things to do, too. That map I found showed a lot of Russian mob activity around a trucking company. Seems like the perfect cover for bringing weapons into the city. Wherever those weapons are going, Spidey's going too. Time for alternative transportation.
Quick, before those task force idiots see us.
Relax. We set a car on fire 10 blocks away. They're distracted by that.
I haven't done this kind of heavy lifting in years.
Me neither. But there's a reason we've lasted this long. Not many of our soldiers even know about this place.
Yeah, here. I guess everyone's a big shot. Is it true what they say about the killer? Is he one of the cross species?
I heard he is just a man.
If that's true, Jack the Ripper was just a man. I am telling you, there is something demonic about anyone who could do that to a human being.
heavy artillery you see in a combat zone. You can't let it hit the streets. And me without my marshmallows. That's what I'm talking about. I webbed your nostrils open so you won't snore. No need to thank me. I knocked out your tooth, but don't worry. I left it under your pillow.
Did you hear? The Carnage Killer? We have him. Sasha's crew. Men. Kill? Are they crazy? Come. He's not a monster. He's not even very big.
I don't care how big he is. I saw what he did to Vasily. I don't want to be anywhere near.
It's true, we have the Carnage Killer. The boys are making welcome right now.
They should kill him right away before he can escape.
Stop worrying. Like an old woman, I saw him. He's not so tough now that he's been caught. He's begging for his life.
Say what you want, but I won't stop worrying until he's dead.
It's escalating. Gotta make my move, now. Put forth this week an effort? I kinda feel like you don't respect me.
voila!
Why can't they all be like that? That hurt. Oh wait, I just remembered. I don't care. Oh yeah. Spidey dance party! Well, more of a seismic blast, really. This'll shake you up! Okay, I'm sorry, that was corny. And of course the Daily Bugle never gets pictures of me winning like this. If these weapons hit the streets, it will be a disaster. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. The police report said 4 containers were stolen from Oscorp. That means I'm halfway there. It's not that you're bad at your job. Okay, it is.
I lost 3 men to that Carnage killer. If someone doesn't get it...
Patience, Misha. I hear we are making progress.
I have him!
They say bad guys don't think of themselves as bad guys, but come on, you must know. Oh, snap! If you were awake, you'd be impressed. Is it just me, or am I carrying this entire fight? Sometimes, I even impress myself. See, this is what bad guys shouldn't have legs for. Leave them out where anything could happen. I like my weapons like I like my chocolate, melted and in tiny little pieces.
Here, everyone to me!
learned a valuable lesson today. Kicking bad guys in the face is fun. And the judges give Spidey a perfect score. Okay, the judges are just in my head, but still. So cute when they're asleep.
Impossible! How did he?
Are you deliberately moving? Webs, do your stuff. Just a little closer. Spider Slam! I'm still experimenting with the catchphrases. What do you think? Some days you just got it. The only way to make sure those weapons don't hurt anyone is to recognize them.
I'm telling you, he's right where we left him. Your men are panicking like children.
I believe you. Just show me so I can tell them I saw it with my own eyes.
Better yet, take a picture with your phone. You can show them yourself. We've beaten him senseless. Killer, it must be. He's cutting us down like wheat.
David swears they still have him. It could be the task force.
Or he's got knife to the big throat.
Shut your mouth before I shot it for you. Let's go see for ourselves.
That's it, genius. Lead me right to the guy.
You are all flesh and no substance. No retreat.
What? This is why they call me a loser, and they were still better than you.
No more tricks. Now you must fight.
Please, I keep telling you, I'm not who you think. I sell advertising.
Then why did someone break in here to save you, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Makes sense now, eh? A weakling like you could never kill our men alone. Tell us who you're working with. Talk!
Nobody. Oh, please, nobody.
That guy's no killer. He always looks so surprised.
Here, everyone to leave!
Did your mom tell you could be anything you want? 'Cause she was wrong.
Is different fighting man to man, huh?
Spider-Man! I knew it! He's working with a killer!
You are all flesh and no substance! What good is climbing walls now?
Spider Slam! I'm still experimenting with the catchphrases. What do you think?
No more tricks. Now we'll see who is stronger. We've got him! What good is climbing walls now?
This is why they call me amazing! Don't feel bad! You're not... Alright, you're not good. I might just have a few... If I was working with the Carnage Killer, you'd be dead right now. Be glad you were wrong. These guys seem to think you killed a bunch of their friends.
It's not true. It's not true. I was going to my car, and I saw someone attack one of these Russian guys. He's the killer, not me.
How'd you end up here?
I yelled. Then the killer ran. I went to see if I could help the victim. Then his friend showed up. My hands were bloody. But they wouldn't believe that I didn't do it.
This man you say was the real killer. What does he look like?
White, red hair, skinny, wild eyes. The strength of a madman. Not the kind of madman I work with.
Your license says you live in Jersey. If you can prove you weren't in the city when the Carnage Killer struck, I'll let you go.
No problem. I was in San Diego all last week, at a convention.
That's the ambulance I called. You'll be okay now.